Welcome back to Breaking Black Podcast. You are here with your host, Tina G, and I have a special guest host here today, Lena, who will be hosting the show with me. Today, we're going to be talking about self-care and mental health, which is incredibly important for all of us. I mean, we need to have self-care in our regimens to just make sure we're living healthy and we're treating ourselves well and we're equipped to deal with everything that we're dealing with in our day-to-day lives. And really making sure that we bring awareness to mental health is incredibly important, especially with a lot of the things that you're seeing in our, in our culture today. What are some of the regimens that you would have as far as like implementing self-care in your daily activities, things like that?
I mean, one self-care thing I love to do is rest. Sleep is essential. Another thing is just, maybe treating myself to a meal. Maybe my favorite, pizza or tacos or something, something that just gives me at the end of the day, like, oh, I have this to look forward to. What about you? Do you have any self-care? You have a special self-care day, like how some people have self-care Sundays?
I used to have a self-care Saturday where I would listen to music, and it would be my day to either, do something that I had an interest in doing for a while, or like regimented just taking care of myself, like getting my nails done or getting my feet done or going out and shopping, maybe buying myself something nice. I haven't done that too much as of recent. One of the things that I do now, though, I think I have like movie self-care days. Like I'm really like into films for self-care. It's very therapeutic to me. I don't know. So I always I'll watch a film. Usually like if there's something that's going on, I usually watch a film that's like similar to that theme. And it usually helps to kind of like relax me and to calm me. There's something about just like exploring film and seeing like other people's stories and their journeys. And like a lot of times you can find just things that might help you in life, like inspiration or like redemption in like different types of cinema. And I also feel like just the way that it visually looks, like it's kind of calming, looking at like different camera shots, different techniques, different colors, listening to different music scores and things like that. So I'm like really into like relaxing to film. It used to be music, like put on some gospel music or some like jazz and like kind of just relax. But I think like this year I've been getting into like watching like just really good movies. Sitting down and watching movies or getting into like a really good series and having kind of like a regimen where I might like binge watch, a couple of series and things like that. What about you? Like,
my self-care is definitely cooking a good meal. Mm-hmm. Something that I just really have a taste for. I sit and cook. I'm kind of like, I want to be in the kitchen, just me, the food, cooking, taking my time, maybe, play a little music, maybe have a little glass of wine on the side, just to unwind. And then, you get to finally sit, put on your show, eat your food. It's just like the perfect recipe to some good night's rest.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, are you into like, how people like scented candles or like setting the ambiance in the room, things like that?
I love a scented candle, or like incense. Mm-hmm. But I really don't need all of that. I mean, honestly, as long as I'm in a setting where I just feel relaxed, I don't really need the extras, but they're nice. They definitely make you feel, especially after, sometimes self-care is also like, cleaning and just like, okay, get my space together. It feels good. I'm about to, wipe everything down, light the candle, and it just signifies that like, everything's just so.
Yeah, I agree. I think you can definitely find like some solace in like just taking time to like clean up or organize. Sometimes even like redecorating and things like that. I think also like I love to kind of find like serenity in like the outdoors. So like one of my favorite places to go is the beach. And I also like to go on hikes just because there's something about like being in an atmosphere where there's either like water or like trees, like nature, where you get fresh air, some good sunlight. You may hear the birds outside. Like I am like I'm not like a big, nature person in the sense of like, getting down and dirty with nature. But I do like to go on like hikes and look at like really serene areas and spend my time like out in like the woods or the beach, just somewhere where you get a lot of color. Get to see different scenery and things like that. I find it to be like really relaxing. And there's something about like bonding in nature, like in an open space, and like going out on hikes or a long walk. You get to think about different things in life, clear your head. If you're going out with like a friend, maybe you engage in different conversations about, some of the deeper things that you might be experiencing. So that's like another self-care regimen that I think that I have, like, just to kind of get out and enjoy nature.
So to tie that into like mental health and mental wellness, do you believe that people should take like jobs are starting to implement like wellness days? Do you think like everyone should implement a day in a year, or just like a stay-at-home day where they can
Man, and I wish we could. They have those like social media trends, like national, International Women's Day and all that. Yeah, we should start incorporating like regular self-care days. Like I love that idea. That actually I think I might start implementing that. Like once a month I'll have like some kind of different themed self-care. You know what? So hey, YouTube community, Spotify community, if you guys want to join this, like we could probably choose like one day a month. Let's pick a different theme. We'll come back. We can chime in the comments about how it went. I like the idea of that. Trying something new to kind of just take a moment to care for yourself. I definitely think it's really important to have like a regular regimen, because everything else that we do when it comes to like work or business, there's always, or even people with families and kids, spouses, things of that nature, we have like these everyday commitments and these sort of regimented practices that we have. But it's really important to stop amidst all of that and to do something really special for yourself, special for your partner. So I like it, self-care, partner care, all of it.
Don't forget it. If you don't take care of yourself, you can take care of everybody else.
That is very true.
Preserve your energy for yourself so that you can be able to show up for others. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't be around to be there for other people.
Do you like happen to see a correlation between maybe times where you may be caring for yourself and implementing those types of days versus when you might get a little too busy and don't make time for yourself? Like, do you feel like it has any bearing on how you interact in your relationships with other people, or maybe how you deal with, environments at work, things of that nature?
I definitely like being a student, like I definitely didn't have as much self-care like regimens. It was like wake up, go to school, then right after school I'm going to work, right after work I'm doing homework. So on an everyday, like Monday through Friday, there definitely was not a lot of self-care going on. But on the weekends, especially Saturdays, I just like, okay, even though I might want to retreat and get in my bed and just rest, like, let me go outside. Let me just enjoy. Let me make plans with a friend, or let's go, eat. Let's have brunch. Let's have lunch, like somewhere. Particularly, like if it's a nice day, like instead of sitting inside, let's sit outside. Like, you definitely got to go outside and like get like the sun and all those vitamins that are flowing in your body. Really moving to like keep yourself, in a good mindset, in a good headspace. I also started learning it doesn't even have to be those big things. It could be something small. It could be I'm coming from a long day, a hard day, and I'm journaling. Or I used to really, when I was like commuting back and forth on park, I used to love just that end of my day where I could just put my headphones in and listen to music and just zone out. Like, I love that. So, find little nuances in your day, even if you have like a busy schedule. Just find something small in your day that you can do that just feels like I'm just taking that breath, I'm unwinding. Those things will keep you going. You won't get so burned out.
Now, I know you work in the education field. So for all our parents out there, educators out there, like, are there things that you can implement with like, your younger kids or your students that help to kind of maybe get the younger generation more in like a positive way of thinking, things like that?
Yeah, so when I as a a person that works with youth, I start the day every day. Hello, how are you? And we do a check-in. It can be a simple like thumbs up, thumbs aside, thumbs down. It can be on a scale of 1 to 10. How are you feeling today? Just so I can kind of get a gauge of like how everyone's feeling. I feel like, as we become adults, we forget to check in. And I think that's a good check in. Like you are checking in with yourself first to be like, self, how am I feeling? But then you're also checking in as a community to be like, oh, Johnny, he might not be at a 10 today. He's more at a 5. So I'm going to, tread lightly or give him a little grace today because he's not really feeling it. So I think definitely with the younger generation, you can definitely teach them to do certain things that gets them, in the mindset of like, hey, I got to check on me. Even like there's some kids that are like, I'm not feeling it today. I kind of want to take a break. Or, I don't say, oh no, you got to play this game. Or, oh no, it's homework time or it's reading time. You have to do this right now. I encourage, yeah, okay, let's try 5 minutes. And if we're not feeling good in 5 minutes, we'll extend the time. And I think it's good to teach kids at a young age that it's okay to take that time. It's okay to take a break and it's okay to step up and step back at certain times. I think now as a society, we are, embracing that people, may want to step back and take step backs from, their careers. Athletes are taking step backs to do mental health breaks. We saw Simone Biles, talk about her journey.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of Simone Biles, we actually have a video.
Self-care has been your jam. Yeah. And I'm so proud of you saying saying the words, I don't want the twisties to come back. Yeah. Like you are articulating the scary thing.
Yeah.
During this time here, you needed your self-care so that you could compete at your level. What did that entail? What did that mean on a daily basis?
Yes, it meant seeing my therapist pretty routinely. So I saw her about 3 or 4 times throughout this whole entire process, and it didn't matter if it was before all around or after qualifications. I went back to the village and then I got on a call with her and did my therapy sessions because that's routine for me now.
And what did that give you?
It just gave me the confidence, and really we do a lot of visualizations before meet, so I just feel comfortable and confident enough to compete. But since it's part of my daily routine, we don't want to stop that just because I'm halfway across the world.
Well, first of all, I love Simone Biles. She's an incredible athlete, but I think to essentially see her come out in the public and really talk about, struggling with some, things in regards to her mental health, and really taking a moment to take back that time for herself, for self-care, and to keep that regimen, going forward, no matter where she's traveling to no matter how she's working, she's incorporating it in her lifestyle. And I love that she put that out in the forefront to let other people know, that they're not the only ones who struggle with this. We saw the same thing with the tennis player Naomi Osaka when she dropped out of the French Open to focus on, her mental health. And I think a lot of the times, there's sort of this expectation in society that, people need to be high performing and, perfect. And when we get to see these great, athletes come out and publicly talk about, some of their own internal struggles and how important it is to make sure that we're caring for ourselves and that we're implementing self-care, and that, we're seeing therapists to make sure that we're taking mental health very seriously. I think it's a really inspirational thing to see. How do you feel about that?
I think it's great. I think that the more we see that, the more we can normalize it. And then also you see that, someone that is performing, at the Olympics, is even taking time, to have self-care regimens, even in a very high performance sport, high performance competition. So it's good to see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think that bringing these, things to the forefront, and making sure that people are having these types of conversations is really important. Especially a lot of times when you're seeing, like, you see a lot of positive things trending on social media, but there's a lot of negativity trending on social media and even in the news. So, to remind people that it's important to stop and take a focus on themselves, and caring for their mental health and caring for their physical health. I think, like, I love the fact that we're in an era where people are starting to recognize that, like, self-care should be, like, pushed at the forefront.
Mm-hmm. Really important. Well, if you guys have anything that you would like to share with us as far as any self-care tips, self-care ideas, any self-care, maybe even any outlets or any things that you can find on the net that we can all share, no matter where we are.
Yeah, definitely drop it in the comments. Let us know where some of the places that you go, to care for yourself. If you have resources that you want to share, or inspirational music, or different activities that you might do that'll help to inspire other people in our community, like, let us know. Drop a comment and let us know some of the things that you do to either care for yourself or maybe even to care for others that are close to you. Let us know, what are some of the things that you like to do to in your self-care routine, some of the things that you may be able to let us know that other people might find motivational, and ways that you can help to either take care of your mental health or take care of your physical body. Drop some comments. Let us know, what are some of the activities that you may engage in for self-care. We talked a bit about regimented self-care. Are there any things that you do, like, as far as, like, maybe like a lifestyle type of self-care?
A lot of people watch Netflix series and stuff. I'm more into, like, watching YouTubers and watching, like, their lifestyle content. And I like to unwind. I like to see other people, speak on their experiences in their everyday lives. People will talk about maybe they went through a breakup, or they had a long day at work, and they will, kind of have, like, a sit down and, talk about, some of the stuff that they're dealing with and how they get through it. And I really enjoy watching that, because it gives me solace to know I'm like, I'm not alone. There's other people that are going through stuff and that are dealing with stuff, and they're still, being functional and still getting through the stuff, but they're also taking some time out to reflect and think about what's going on in their lives. What are some lifestyle things that you like to implement in your everyday?
In terms of self-care, I usually like to listen to, like, motivational speaking, or, like, sermons. Like, I'm not, like, big on motivational speakers, but, like, if there's, like, something really inspirational, I'll watch it. I like to watch sermons a lot, like audio and video sermons. I like to listen to sermons a lot, audio and, like, video sermons. Just, like, learning on how to, like, kind of process different things that we may go through in our day-to-day lives. And I've also been, like, really tuning into, like, a lot of the most motivational style, like, podcasts. Like, there's there's all kinds of different niches in podcasting, but there's definitely podcasts that are catering more towards, like, self-improvement, overall general wellness and things like that. And I tend to, like, feel the more that I listen to, like, motivational speaking, the more motivated I feel, or the more positive that I feel. And I feel like I'm more of an optimist, more than a pessimist. So I'm always trying to kind of find different ways to keep myself motivated, keep myself inspired. So I would say, like, like, different types of sermons, different types of podcasts that are specifically, like, kind of speaking to, like, just our overall experiences and kind of, like, how we can navigate through different types of challenges and things like that.
Yeah, I have, like, a couple of TikTokers that I watch. Sometimes even, like, randomly scrolling on TikTok, I'll find, like, lives of people, doing motivational speaking, or, clips of motivational speakers, saying very inspirational things. I think it's always good to have, especially on social media, balance of not just, like, absorbing content and seeing content as far as just, like, things that we just see posted on social media, but also something that keeps us going every day. It's good. I also really love like the beginning of the month when people have inspirational things like this month we're gonna get this, this month will be filled like August. I saw one that was like August is gonna be filled with many opportunities, blessings, and like, you know, those are good things to just put out there and also share for other people to see on, you know, on their day instead of scrolling and be like, oh, I see your everyday life, but you can also see like, oh, that really inspired me to, you know, really believe and, you know, that this month is going to be, you know, something new and so it's going to bring back something special.
I totally love that. Definitely stay tuned for more. We have more coming up on Breaking Black Podcast. It's been a pleasure being here with my daughter, our guest host, Lena. Come back and join us sometime. Again, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Breaking Black Podcast. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please make sure you like and subscribe to YouTube as well as subscribing on Spotify. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up for you soon. Take care.